Welcome viewers. Today is a really special day. Because today I have a fabulous new TV box, and it's just in time for the Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales event. This is the Magicsee N5 Plus. And you know what they say about the Plus models, for some reason they are the better of all the models. This model is running on the new Amlogic S905X3 CPU, with 4GB of RAM, and 64GB of internal storage. And you guessed right, it comes with a SATA expandable storage bay. Up next, I have a full review with performance scores and demonstrations, so stay tuned, because the show is about to begin. Welcome back. So this is how the box is shipped. And to the back you have some specifications. It says that the CPU is the S905X3 quad-core ARM Cortex-A55. The GPU is the ARM G31MP2. It has 4GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage. It has 802.11 dual-band AC Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.1, USB 3.0 support, and the operating system is Android 9 Pie. So without further ado, I will do a quick unboxing. So in the box, you have the TV box itself. You get this infrared remote. And it looks like it has some programmable buttons. However, as an advanced user you may want to consider using a wireless AirMouse or a mini touchpad keyboard. I placed a link to the latest AirMouse in the description area. You get one HDMI cable, a 12 volts 1.5 amps power adapter, an external antenna, and the last item here is a user's manual. Let's take a look at its design and ports. The body is made of plastic, with the Magicsee logo printed on a removable top cover, and I will return to that in a minute. To the rear of the box, you have one HDMI port, one Ethernet LAN port, one optical audio port, one audio-video port, an external antenna, a latch to release the top cover, and a DC power input. To the side, you have one USB 2.0 port, one USB 3.0, a microSD card reader, and some ventilation holes. To the other side, you have some more cooling vents. To the front, you have an LED power light and clock display. And below the box you have 4 rubber legs and some more ventilation holes. I will now remove the top cover and reveal what's inside. I will now connect to my 4K TV and capture card and continue. So the box is connected, and when you power on the box, you have the Magicsee boot up animation for a few seconds, then you are taken directly to the launcher. So this is Magicsee's all-new 2019 launcher, and we can see that they have made some changes to their interface, and I will now walk through its new features. Well, they have placed a panel to the bottom of the screen consisting of the settings button, the apps button, the Google Play Store, and a YouTube button. Populating most of the screen is a large shortcuts bar that scrolls horizontally, allowing you to add numerous shortcuts by clicking on the Add button, and this fixes the issue of limited shortcuts used in previous launchers. They have included a navigation bar and a limited status bar with no system controls. And the last feature is a one-click system cleanup button to the top. Features of the firmware include: under the special Droid settings, they have included the following options: 4K HDR display resolution up to 2160p at 60 Hz. Dolby Vision, with the ability to set priority between graphics and video. HDR display options. You have Dolby Digital sound output options. And HDMI CEC control options. Under Magicsee settings they have included the following. They have joined the likes of Yugoos and the makers of A95X, and included the popular root switch feature. They have also included a hardware monitor feature with numerical values on the top bar. Under Device Preferences you have the rest of the standard system settings, and you have the Dolby Audio and DTS audio options. In the Apps section, they have included apps like the AirScreen app, Chrome browser, eMMc player, Netflix, the Google Play Store, a wallpaper app, and the Android TV version of YouTube. So to start the next segment I will install some additional apps and continue. So I'm back. And to begin testing its features I will first check to see if the box is rooted. The N5 Plus comes without root access by default, so I will enable the root switch and restart the box to activate it. So after the restart, here it shows that the box is rooted running on Android 9 operating system. And the warning remains in effect. Don't try to install or update the SuperUser app as it will put your box into a permanent boot loop that can't be fixed by a simple hard reset. It will take a flash of the firmware to restore it. I will now show its DRM information. It shows that the box has Google Widevine Level 3 with no HDCP protection. So this means that Netflix and Amazon Prime will only show in standard 480p quality. First, I have the results of the RAM and internal storage read and write speeds. The Magicsee N5 Plus has a RAM copy speed of 3251 megabytes per second. The internal storage has a read speed of 150 megabytes per second and a write speed of 93. In comparison to the box in my last video, the scores are almost the same. Next, I have the results of the Wi-Fi speed test. So the N5 Plus did something different in this test, that was able to hit the maximum speed of my internet package on both 5 GHz Wi-Fi bands, but the LAN port fell below by 69%. So for the best performance use the Wi-Fi reception. Next, I have the results of the Antutu benchmark. The N5 Plus got a score of 61,439. This is a good score, and it's a bit lower than the X3 in my last video. So we'll see in a minute where it places on the rankings chart. In the Geekbench 4 CPU benchmark, the box got a score of 763 single-core, and 2114 multi-core. This score is also a good score, but still a little lower than the score produced by the X3. The final results are the Ice Storm Extreme and the Slingshot GPU graphics benchmark. The Magicsee N5 Plus got a score of 5,482 in the Ice Storm Extreme, and in the Slingshot test, it scored 500. These scores are very close to that of the X3, but also slightly lower. And that's it for this segment. And let's see where it placed on the chart. So after updating the scores, the N5 Plus took position number 17 in reference to Antutu scores, which is a couple spots down from the X3. You can go to my website and view my chart in full spreadsheet format, where you can interact with it and compare scores. See the link in the description area. I will now put it through some tests to demonstrate its entertainment features. To start the live segment I will start with Netflix. Netflix comes pre-installed, and it works from the get-go, which is something you don't normally see. However, it only shows in basic 480p quality due to insufficient Google Widevine support. On the other hand, Amazon Prime Video I had to install, and it installs directly from the Google Play Store. Amazon Prime is also limited. I will now test if alternative launchers work on this box. I installed the ADW Launcher 2 as usual, and it works on this box with all features working. I also tried screen rotation, and I'm sorry to report that screen rotation does not work. YouTube comes pre-installed, but it's a custom version that only works with the stock remote. It does however play in 4K quality, but you cannot use a mouse pointer to navigate it. So I installed the Android TV version and everything works okay. For those interested in casting your mobile phone to this box, the N5 Plus comes pre-installed with the AirScreen app. So I installed a Miracast app on my cell phone and cast it to the box, and it works fine. I will now play my list of 4K videos in HDR format.
And only a win for Barca would be enough, because it would give them the same number of points as Atletico, but the head-to-head goal difference is what counts in the case of a tie on points. The mosaic of the Camp Nou.
So the samples played without issues, even the difficult jellyfish video with high bitrate. I will now connect it to my receiver and test for Dolby Atmos, Dolby Surround Sound, and DTS audio pass-through.
to the inside of your head. This is the left channel.
So this test proves that the Magicsee N5 Plus has Dolby Atmos and DTS audio pass-through. However, I did not get Dolby True HD audio output. I tried it on both the VLC player and the Kodi Media player, and the results were the same even with the setting manually enabled. So before I move on to the gaming segment, let's take a look at the expandable storage option. Here I have my 500GB SATA SSD drive inserted into the bay, and this SATA hardware comes with an LED activity indicator, so it tells you when the drive is being accessed. This LED can also be seen through the front display if you look from the correct angle. I will now format the drive to shared internal storage. So did the format complete successfully? No, it didn't. I retried the process repeatedly and it wouldn't format it to shared internal storage. It works fine as removable storage but not as shared internal storage. So I tried a 320GB regular hard drive and it formatted right away. Maybe it's a firmware issue, but I will contact Magicsee for support. So on the 320GB hard drive I will play some Android games.
Hi there, Alan Smith. Hi there to everybody from both of us, and welcome to this big match today. Surely, possibilities for Barcelona. Here's the shot, and he's hung on to it, and he's stopped the attack. Good forward play from them. This is the chance. Oh! And in he goes with the tackle. Great chance. Could it be? He scored!
We lost the lead.
Changing mag!
We've taken the lead.
Reloading, cover me!
Lost the lead. Recon standing by. UAV recon
Cover me!
standing
Reloading!
by. We tied for the lead. lost the lead.
So the games played good enough to provide great entertainment. During the Shadowgun game, I got a couple of random skipped frames, similar to the X3 in my last video. The heat levels remained stable through all of the video, and this is because the box has ample cooling vents. I installed both the Octopus and the Panda mouse mapper, and I was able to map both mouse and keyboard in my Bluetooth gamepad. In summary, the Magicsee N5 Plus joins the A95X Max as the only two TV boxes for 2019 that features expandable storage via an internal SATA bay. It has great hardware built on the latest Amlogic S905X3 CPU clocked at 1.9 GHz, with the high-performance Mali G31 GPU. It comes with 4 GB of DDR4 RAM, and 64 GB of internal storage, and to top it off you have expandable storage up to 4 TB via the internal SATA bay. The firmware and the interface rivals that of the Yugu's boxes, featuring root switch hardware monitor, and a navigation bar among others. It plays 4K videos with digital surround sound formats, and streaming free movies and TV shows is excellent. Bluetooth works great, and the gaming performance was good with keymapping apps and no overheating. I always say that there's no such thing as a perfect TV box, and the Magicsee N5 Plus has some drawbacks. The status bar has no system controls. Screen rotation does not work. Netflix can only show in basic 480p quality. No Dolby True HD audio. Solid-state drives formatting to shared internal storage issues. And the LAN port has up to 100 megabits per second bandwidth only. With that said, I did get a regular hard drive to format to internal storage, and SSD's read is removable storage with no issues. The issue is when I tried to format it to internal storage. I got all the other digital audio formats to play like Dolby Atmos and DTS audio, and the both Wi-Fi bands hit the maximum speed of my internet package of 100 megabytes. So the pros far outweigh the cons. I give Magicsee an A+ for effort, and this is a great TV box to buy. They remain one of my favorite TV box developers to date, and they are one of the few developers that has a website that provides firmware updates with instructions for their users. See their link in the description area. So I have come to the end of my review. The supplier for today's review is GearBest.com, who would like to extend a 36% Black Friday discount on this model, and you can see their special link and the coupon code in the description area for that offer. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you